efluentenglish.com. Welcome, I'm Cleona. In this video, we're going to read about the oldest words in the English language. I'd like you to think about the grammar, to collect the vocabulary, and also listen to my pronunciation. Remember, you can pause the video and rewind at any time to practice repeating what I say. Are you ready? In the beginning, everything had to start somewhere, including our language. While it's true, our first ancestors may have used some type of sign language, eventually verbal communication evolved. As most things have a habit of doing, let's go back to the oldest words we can find. A linguistic square one. These words go back 15,000 years. Back in the day, indeed. University of Reading, England, researchers looked at some 200 words known as the core of all vocabularies. They drilled down to cognates, which are words that have the same meaning and a similar sound across different languages. Need an example? Next slide, please. There was language. The website ZME Science uses Father English, Padre Italian, Pier Father, Pater Latin, and Pitar Sanskrit as examples of cognates. After discovering the root words, they came up with a list of 23 ultra-conserved words. These words are linguistic building blocks for sentences. The more complicated words will eventually surface. Take, I don't know how to say that big long word, for example. The takeaway from this small sample is that even way back when, the concepts of family and survival were already key elements in the developing societal models of multiple cultures. Let's take a look at 10 selected words from the list, all oldies but goodies. This is an expression, oldies but goodies. It means, for example, books, clothes, fashion, things from the past. We call them oldies, but if you like them, they're goodies. So remember this expression. You may want to use it later. I. It's a word that's also a letter. The word I is the ultimate personal pronoun, referring to oneself. It's in the 9th position of the contemporary alphabet and is the 3rd vowel. Dictionary.com dates this word all the way back to before the year 900 and adds, if you want, to get all metaphysical about it, I also refers to your ego. We. We is a nominative plural of I, indicating possession. It's used to denote oneself and another or others. Our definition also includes a British reference, injected with just the right amount of British dry sarcasm. As in, and how are we today? This word also dates back to before the year 900. Mother. The interesting thing about this word is It supports the concept of family going back thousands of years. For all this time, there's been a way to describe the person who brought you into the world. Fire. This word was inherent to survival. No electricity? No problem. Rub two sticks together and you've got light, warmth, and a sense of security. As we said earlier, this is a basic building block word which describes an essential concept. Man, male. When you're going to identify yourself, this is one of the first options about half of us think to use. Interestingly, the word woman wasn't on the 23-word list, while mother, seen earlier in our list, was. 2. The concept of mathematics stretches back through the centuries. Let's imagine the hunters go out to kill an animal for the family dinner and come back with more than one catch. It was a good day. Ways to communicate numbers had to be devised. How many and how much are staples of communication, and it began long, long ago. 3. It comes after 2 and before 4. Always has and always will, we think. Numbers in this list suggest that a sense of sequential order was essential. You needed to know how many of a thing you had. That leads us to the next slide, which is 5. Now, how is it that 2, 3, and 5 are on the list, but 1 and 4 aren't? Well, they just aren't, and we'll get back to you on that. Nonetheless, math and numerical order continue to play a key role in this series of old words. Worm. Let's end with one to smile at. Language proves we've had a way to talk about these rather innocuous, low-profile creatures for a long, long time, but not nearly as long as they've been around. Okay, in this video, you've listened to me reading, you've listened to my pronunciation. You can stop and repeat the words at any time. Listen to my intonation. Listen to when I go up and down. Which syllable do I emphasize? Are the syllables short and down, or do they go up and they're longer? In English, we only have two types: up and long, down and short. So it's easy to remember. Please give me a thumbs up so that I can make more videos, because I know that you like them, that they're of value to you. Remember, I make them to help you with your English, to build your vocabulary, to grow your grammar, to understand how English is spoken, and improve your English step by step every day. efluentenglish.com. See you next time.